So, this Carrera GT is not a wrap. It's hand painted. It was hand painted by Pinstripe Chris, but before we get to how it was painted by Pinstripe Chris, I want to tell you a little bit about the car and my journey to get to the car. When I first was a little kid back in Indiana, I remember loving Porsches and having the posters on my wall as a kid. I was huge into the 911. I was the son of a high school math teacher and a homemaker. And when my parents came to this country in the late 60s, they were like, if you work hard and honestly, you can achieve any of your dreams. A huge part of my dream was to own a Porsche. Flash forward many years, my brother was very fortunate as a physician to own some great cars. We soon got into racing these cars, tracking them, and I really began to understand the glorious nature of a Porsche in its native environment, which is a racetrack. Watkins Glen, Virginia International Raceway, legendary places to showcase what these cars are all about. Then when I started my law practice in Arizona, I was fortunate and blessed enough, after significant hard work, honestly, as my parents said, to be in a position to buy some. And then I finally got to what was my grail car. A car that wasn't on my wall when I was back in Indiana because it was released when I was a 28-year-old young man. But never having enough money to afford one, I finally got to a place where I could find one that was single owner, GT Silver over terracotta, and it was one that had been driven. I got the car with about 13,000 miles. You're probably seeing this somewhere in Monterey Car Week 2025. And along this journey, I crossed 25,000 miles on this car. So it's fairly well driven. It's cared for by some dear friends back in Scottsdale. And I basically take a lot of care of this car because to me, it's the GOAT. Why is it hand painted? Great question. This car was the development mule for Carlas USA PPF, paint protection film, and windshield protection film. And over the 3 years of research and development of basically coming up with the industry's leading PPF, this car was the test mule. Nobody knew it, but as I drove all of those 25,000 miles, we had different iterations of the film, of the windshield protection film. Clarity, stretch, tack, installation ease, all of these different things were sorted out on this very car. So in 2024, when it was launched at SEMA, my very good friend, Pinstripe Chris, hand painted the entire car on top of the PPF for 2 days. Live, freehand, no pattern, and we have this stunning work of art. So in sum, this, my friends, is the mule that is actually the GOAT.